Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Coffee Lounge. All the best this year. 2020.
Alright, oh, yeah. Fuck.
Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to Nick from Australia and Nathan B. Moore's NRL Round 1 Team of the Week. Every single Monday, me and Nathan are going to be doing our Round 1 Team of the Week. We were meant to pre-record this last night and get this up as a premiere for tonight, but for some reason, we've just had some technical difficulties, so we thought, well, we'll do it this afternoon, but on a weekly basis now, I will be joined by Nathan B. Moore for the Round 1 Team of the Weeks and going forward throughout the year. Nathan, thanks for being a part of the Team of the Week series for the year.
Yeah, thank you for having me in, man. Thank you so much, and g'day everyone in the live chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the festivities of Round 1, and looking forward to sharing you my Team of the Week.
I don't want to piss you off, Nathan, but we won, you lost. What happened? I'm only mucking around.
I blame the forgot the word, bloody head thing.
HIA.
Yeah, that's it.
The HIAs. Yeah. I know. Frustrating, I understand.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Oh well. Bring on the Tigers.
Yeah, I understand, bro. You guys were right in that game up until that. It was only a 2-point game, and then, yeah. Anyway, always next week, bro. You got the Tigers on Sunday, so that'll be interesting to see how you go on that one. Interesting game. All right, hello to the live chat. Hello to Tim Jones. Hello to CJ Moxley. Hello to Faraz. Hello to Luke Melbourne Storm fan. Hello to Jason Reader. Hope you guys are all doing well on this Monday afternoon, March 6, 2023. It is currently 4:01 p.m. for your Monday afternoon. This is going to be good, Nathan. So what we're going to do, excuse me, I lost my voice a little bit. We're going to go through our Team of the Week, and then we're going to talk about our player of the round and our coach of the round as well. So we'll get into that in just a moment. Nathan, you want to go first with your Team of the Week, brother?
All right. Yep. All right. Let's get into it.
So 1 through to 17, Nathan, and then we'll talk about why you got certain players.
All right. Let's get into it. So, fullback from the Dolphins, Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, the history maker, scoring the first ever try for the Dolphins in the NRL. Another Dolphin in the wings, we have Jermaine Asako, as well as Ruben Garrick from the Manly Sea Eagles. In the centres, Herbie Farnworth from the Broncos and Campbell Graham from the South Sydney Rabbitohs. 5'8". Now this one's a little bit questioned, but I thought he had a great game, especially with the broken finger. But Cameron Munster, thought he had a good game. Half-back, and in my opinion, the player of the round, Daly Cherry-Evans from the Manly Sea Eagles. I'll tell you more about it just a little bit, but holy crap. Your front rowers, Payne Haas from the Broncos and Reuben Cotter from the Cowboys. Your hooker, I've decided, this one was actually a little bit tough, but I've decided to go Jeremy Marshall-King from the Dolphins. David Fafita from the Titans and Felice Kafusi from the Dolphins, the second rowers. And my lock forward is Josh King from the Storm. The interchange, Lachlan Ilias from the Rabbitohs. I know I usually like to put forwards in there, but I can't include I cannot not include Lachlan Ilias. He had a great game against the Sharks. Tohu Harris from the Warriors, Patrick Carrigan from the Broncos, and Reece Robson from the Cowboys.
Okay, not bad. I think that's a really good team. Very similar to mine. We have a lot of players that are the same. But you chose Munster at 5'8". I mean, it was a very brave effort from Munster to come back from that finger situation. I want to ask you, David Fifita, why did you choose Fifita?
Well, thought he had a good game. I know he wasn't the best player for the Titans. That goes to AJ Brimson, but you know, he had a great game, and yeah, you know, I can't really think of anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, no, fair enough. At lock, you said Josh King. Now, Josh King's a good shout. You must have been really impressed with Josh King, obviously, on the weekend. I mean, he played well.
Yeah, he actually, a lot of people, I've noticed too, a lot of people actually haven't talked about the performance of Josh King. I mean, everyone talks about Munster and how he performed and Harry Grant, and rightfully so, but Josh King, man, he had a great game. An insanely good game.
And on the bench, obviously, you chose Ilias on the bench, Cherry Evans at halfback. Now, Cherry Evans and Ilias were both insane over the weekend. They were the two best halfbacks of the weekend by far. Why'd you go Cherry over Ilias? It would have been tough.
Cherry Evans, I mean, as I said, in my opinion, he was the player of the round. He had a literal firecracker up the backside game. He had a fantastic game all across the board. And it was against the Bulldogs as well. A team that, you know, were expected to do good things, expected to, you know, get close up to the Seagulls, and Cherry Evans just blitzed them. It was so close. I was going to put Ilias as the starting halfback, but I can't ignore what DCE did. I can't ignore it.
And the last one I'll ask you about, the fullback position would have been tough because I reckon now we're about 3 or 4 great fullbacks over the weekend, but you went with the hammer.
I was so close to going with Scott Drinkwater. To going with Drinkwater, but I decided to go to hammer because, again, against one of the competition favourites, against the Roosters, and obviously the history making. He had a good game across the board. There were a few other Dolphins players that did have good games as well, but yeah, in my opinion, he was one of their best for that particular game against the Roosters.
All right, well, I think that's a very strong team, Nathan. I like it a lot. What was your bench again? What you had? Carrigan, Ilias,
Tohu Harris, and Reece Robson.
Okay, Harris. I'm interested to hear about this one. You were impressed with Tohu Harris on the weekend?
Yeah, good. I didn't actually see much of it because I was out at a performance and that. But from what I did see, he was great. He was taking up good hit ups and all that, and yeah, he did the job, and that's pretty much what you have to do. Is you just have to do the job, and yeah, I admire that. So that's why he's in there.
All right, very strong team. All right, we'll go through my team of the week now. 1 through to 17. Fullback Scott Drinkwater. On the wings, Ruben Garrick and Jermaine Asako. In the centres, Herbie Farmworth and Campbell Graham. 5'8", Ezra Mam, halfback Daly Cherry Evans. The front row of Payne Haas and Ruben Cotter. The hooker is Harry Grant. The second row of Felice Kafusi and Jackson Ford from the New Zealand Warriors. The lock is Jason Taumalolo. And on the bench, Lachlan Ilias, Mark Nichols, Tanella Paseka, and Nelson Asafa Solomona. We have a lot the same, but we have a few different ones as well.
Oh yeah, I'll be honest, I totally forgot about how good Jackson Ford was.
Yeah, Jackson Ford had a great game on the weekend. Well, let's talk about him. You know, Jackson Ford coming through the system at the Dragons, he had a few games that he didn't really show a whole lot, just couldn't get to that next level, that next step. And anyway, ends up in New South Wales Cup, and, you know, occasionally he'll get called up to the NRL and then he'll go back to New South Wales Cup, sort of in and out. He's gone over to the New Zealand Warriors, had a great off-season, had a great pre-season in the trials. He was selected in the second row over Josh Curran. I thought Jackson Ford had a great game on the weekend in that left edge back row. Very impressed with Jackson Ford, and hopefully he keeps improving as a player, bro, because I thought he was outstanding on the weekend.
Yeah, man, it's all part of Andrew Webster's new sort of way of doing things regarding with the Warriors. And
With the direction,
yeah, do you think that Josh Curran is in danger of losing that spot now, considering how good Jackson Ford was over the weekend?
I think it just puts a bit of pressure on Curran, puts a bit of pressure on all of the forwards, and it just goes to show that when you're playing with the Warriors, a team that's trying to improve and trying to go up the ladder, not every position in the forwards is safe now. The back row is open. I did not think Jackson Ford would be in the Warriors starting 13. I thought maybe on the bench, but no, he's doing a great job at the moment, and hopefully he keeps it up. Another player that I want to give a mention to that we haven't spoke about yet is the 5'8" position. You went to Munster. I went with Ezra Mann. I thought Ezra Mann on the weekend, he was great for the Broncos. I thought he played really well. Tried really hard for the Broncos. Down that left-hand side, did some great things for the Broncos Friday night in their upset win over the reigning champions Penrith. Ezra Mann just keeps improving, and it was a really tough one for Ezra Mann going into the season because obviously Brisbane at the back end of last year obviously fell off a cliff, didn't make the finals, didn't recover. Ezra Mann was dropped 2 or 3 weeks before the final series, and what that would have done to his confidence would have been significant. But the way he's bounced back in the off-season, in the pre-season, and the way he played Friday night showed to me that he's gotten over that whole thing from last year. So Ezra Mann deserves a wrap. I thought he was fantastic on the weekend for the Broncos against the Panthers. Everyone else we got very similar. I went Tamalolo at lock because there wasn't a lot of great locks on the weekend. Tamalolo, I think he ran for about 170 metres or something. Just a typical Tamalolo game. He was great on the weekend. The bench quickly. I think Ilias is probably the first guy picked on the bench. Between him and Cherry Evans, it's very hard to choose, but I went Cherry Evans over him only because of 3 tries. Cherry Evans had a masterclass on the weekend. Ilias had a great game in defence, scored a great try as well, but I'd give it to Cherry Evans by a whisker. I also went with Mark Nichols on the bench. I thought Mark Nichols played great on the weekend off the bench for the Dolphins, scored a great try as well. Paseka for Manly had a very good game as well, did some great things in the middle of the field. He took that game personally, Paseka. It's fantastic on the weekend. And Nelson wraps up the bench. I thought Nelson's impact for Melbourne was fantastic Thursday night, and Big Nelson on Solomone was a massive standout for Melbourne on the weekend. So that's my team of the week, Nathan.
Very good. Very, very good.
Now, player of the round. You said Cherry Evans before. Are you going to stick with that?
Yes. As you said, 3 tries, in my opinion, literally, I wouldn't say carried the Manly team, but pretty much nearly did it all on his back. But, he had a masterclass game.
Cherry Evans in the first half, I thought he was very good. His kicking game was great. He had a second half hat trick, which is quite rare for a halfback these days. For me, I'm with you, Nathan. Daly Cherry Evans, player of the round. Thought he was absolutely outstanding over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So DCE is our player of the round. Now, coach of the round. Coach of the round. This is a tough one. There were a lot of upsets over the weekend. I mean, Wayne Bennett's an easy one. Kevin Walters is one that we could go with. Justin Holbrook, the Gold Coast winning in Sydney is very rare. I know I'm getting somebody else. Anthony Seibold had his first win as a coach. Who would your coach of the round be?
I know I want to say Bennett because him going there, first game for a brand new club and just absolutely spanked the Roosters. Literally still secretly working for the Rabbitohs, I guess. But it's a hard one. But I'm actually going to go Anthony Seibold for this one. I'm going to go Anthony Seibold. And the reason why is because over the past few years, he has been absolutely hammered. A lot of people have said that, he's going to fail at Manly. He's going to bring the Seagulls down and all that kind of stuff. And he just went out there against a team that's coming up on the rise in the Bulldogs, that's got so much hype going around him, and just slapped them like it's no tomorrow. And I've got to give it to Seibold. This is definitely a new sort of exciting era for the Seagulls. I also want to point Kevin Walters out as well. He had a great if you're a Broncos fan, I think you should be extremely excited for what's coming up in the future.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go Wayne Bennett. I just think the Dolphins winning on the weekend was absolutely surprising. I predicted the Roosters by 30. Yep, unbelievable. Funny enough, in my tipping video, Roosters and Penrith were my two certainties for round one. They both got beat. So, unbelievable round one for you. It was always hard to bloody predict. I thought Wayne Bennett, absolute masterclass. Wayne is the master for a reason. So, I'm going to go Wayne Bennett as the coach of the round. Wayne Bennett is the master, and we saw why over the weekend. Now, Nathan, we didn't write this down or anything like that. We didn't script this or anything. I want to ask you this as well. Have you got a try of the round? Round one, try of the round. What's your favourite NRL try from the weekend? It's a tough one.
Try of the round. Oh, Christ.
There were a lot to choose from.
There's been some good ones. There's been some good ones. Oh, God, you put me on the spot here. There was a great try scored by there was a great try from Ilias. I remember the absolute defense, great defensive effort there. I think it was against Katoa.
Ronaldo.
And it was against Katoa, and then the next minute he just goes over and goes underneath the black dot. So I did enjoy Ilias's moment there. I know it's pretty basic, but
Are you talking about the try saver or the try?
The try saver and then the try.
Yeah.
It's like a double effort.
Yep, all right. My try of the round, oh, geez, it is tough. There were a lot of great tries on the weekend. I'll give you three in order. 3, 2, 1. Number 3, the third best try of the weekend. The one where Chad Townsend kicked the ball back on the inside for Scott Drinkwater. That was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Number 2, the Dolphins' first ever try where Jeremy Marshall made that line break, gave it to the hammer. That was a great try from the Dolphins. And the one where, in my opinion, number 1, the try of the round, Herbie Farnworth's try for the Broncos, that second one.
Yeah.
The razzle-dazzle and then the kick and then oh my God, it was so good. The razzle-dazzle 40 from Brisbane, offloads, and I think Ezra May made a line break and there was a kick for Herbie and Herbie got to the ball first. It was a great try. So Herbie Farnworth's try is the round 1 try of the week for me, and yours is Lachlan Ilias.
Yeah, man. I love my simplicity.
Yeah, what?
I love my simplicity when it comes down to...
Yeah. All right. Well, Nathan, that's going to wrap up round 1 of our weekly NRL round 1 team of the week, bro. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on once again.
As always, thank you for having me, man. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'll see you next week.
Yep, sounds good. Well, it's been great, round 1. Round 1 of the NRL was completed. We'll see you guys for round 2. I'll be live tomorrow afternoon at 4:05, 4:10 for the NRL round 2 preview and predictions. But anyway, guys, Until next time, enjoy your Monday night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, Arvo, for the NRL Round 2 preview and predictions. Until then, see you later.